Hello. I want to talk about family. What do we mean by family? If you look at the Torah, certainly at Bereshit, you will find a catalogue of family disasters. It starts with Cain and Abel fighting with each other, and Cain, of course, killing Abel. It moves on to Abraham having a disagreement with Lot, Lot having a disagreement with Abraham. Then, of course, there's Abraham's relationship with his two wives, with Sarah and with Hagar, and they don't get on, and sometimes Abraham seems to understand Sarah, and sometimes Sarah claims that he doesn't understand her. Then you have the problem of Yitzchak and Rivka. Each one chooses a different son, and they don't seem to be able to communicate with each other. And then you have Yaakov, and the problem of his two wives, and the problem of Leah feeling that she's hated. And that follows the disagreement between brothers, between Ishmael and between Yitzchak, Yaakov and Esav, and of course between Yaakov's sons. It seems a catalogue of disasters that would put anybody off family life. And yet it's very clear, because we talk about our fathers and our mothers, that family means a great deal. But what exactly? The Torah, when we come to the Aseret HaDibrot, talks about Kabed et avicha ve'et imecha. Honor your father and your mother. Puts father first, mother second. Later on in Vayikra it says, Ish imo va'aviv tirao. A man should be in awe, respect his mother first, and then his father. The juxtaposition means that both are important. There are two ways of relating to parents. There is kavod and yira. There is respect and there is awe. And in effect, in the Aseret HaDibrot, the respect and the feeling one has for one's parents, this obligation, comes within the first 5 of the Aseret HaDibrot, which are between God and human beings. The second half are between human beings and human beings. And so there is a parallel between father and mother and God. And in fact, the words that are used, kavod and yira, of mum and dad, are also used in relationship to God. Respect, kavod, awe, and there's a third word. The third word is ahava. Where does the ahava come in? Well, as far as one's parents are concerned, it's included in the overall principle of v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. We should show love in our relationships with each other, and certainly that includes mother and father. So the 3 words that are used to describe our relationship with God are used to describe our relationship with our parents. And in that sense, the parents clearly are the representatives of God on earth, and they are responsible for our upbringing. And we, for our part, in the way we learn to relate to our parents, that enables us or gives a direction as to how we should relate to God on all 3 different levels, maybe at different times, but all 3 have to come together. So, what then is a mishpacha, is a family? It's not defined. It's not defined at all. We know about mishpacha, family. We know about Beit Av, which is like the extended family. We know about Shevet, the tribe, and we know about the people. And it would appear that the mishpacha is the building block of the Beit Av, of the wider community, and the building block of the tribe, and that is the building block of the nation. If we get one right, we can expand it to get the larger thing right as well. But the truth of the matter is that that's not 100% correct. Because in Devarim, the sequence goes like this: Ish or Isha, Mishpacha or Shevet, a man and a woman, then a family, and then the tribe. And so it would appear that the crucial building block is not family, but ish or isha, a man or a woman. And therefore, ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love is the basis on which the other two build, because that's how it starts in our relationship as individuals with our parents, and then with others as well. So the secret to family doesn't lie in the definition of family. What constitutes a family? Does it have to have a mother and a father? What about a mother where the father's dead, or the father when the mother's dead? What about adoption? What about all the other variations that it's possible to have? The answer is that what really matters is the relationship. You can have a single parent giving all the love that a child could need, which might be sometimes more effective than when, for example, you have a father and a mother who don't get on together or who are not giving love. So what we learn from this is that the crucial, essential relationship is our relationship as human beings to God, which has to be on a personal level. We can't get somebody to do it for us. And the crucial relationship in a family is the individual who is taking care of his or her partner, and the individual who is taking care of the child. So from the narratives in Bereshit, we learn from the, I don't want to call them mistakes, but from those occasions when people don't get it right. And from not getting it right, we learn that you have to be sensitive and sympathetic, and you have to work together to bring up your children, and you have to be careful to avoid all the pitfalls that can get in the way of successful relationships. So in the end, it's probably better not to talk so much about family, but to talk about the individual obligation and the individual responsibility to partners, to our married partners, and to our children. And that's why the Torah doesn't talk about the rights of children, it talks about the obligation of parents or whoever, whether it is the guardian or the adopted parents, whoever it is who is responsible for that child. And that is the way the Torah expects us to put in the building blocks that will create the ideal home.